In this video, we're going to talk about magic, but not just any kind of magic, sex magic. I'm going to talk about what it is, where it comes from, and most importantly, how you can use it to create the life you want. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nakula Das and I help men master their sexual energy so you can become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom. Go register for my free ejaculation control guide, because unless you can retain your semen, you won't be able to get the benefits of sex magic. And you can register for my upcoming webinar, Sex Mastery 101, where I'm going to be taking you through the basic and foundational techniques of sexual alchemy. All right, so what is sex magic? Well, sex magic is not a new concept, but it's often controversial. Especially in the rise of Western religions over time. It's really interesting looking at different religious practices and spiritual practices. Universally in all of them, there was some talk about sexuality and the link between sexuality and your ability to evolve and essentially transcend and become immortal or become a spiritual being, at least in the Vedas, the Satyug, or the vibration, or the world of the demigods. And of course, we see in history all kinds of men from different traditions who practice some kind of sexual alchemy, some kind of sex magic, semen retention, and were able to rise to great heights in their life. So where are the origins of sex magic? Honestly, I don't know where it originates from. I know that the ancient yogis talked about it. I know that the Taoists talked about it. I know that many of the early Greek philosophers talked about it. And there is mention of sex magic used in almost every ancient culture. In today's world, sex has become so taboo and people are very disconnected with their sexual energy. People are very confused about their own sexual energy, and therefore there's very little ability to tap in to the power of your sexual energy. But for us sexual alchemists, we are going to stand out quite easily in this world, especially as you learn these practices. So what is sex magic? Well, sex magic is about consciously using your sexual energy to attract or create the life that you want. So essentially, very basic, it's about getting into an aroused state and then focusing your mind on the things that you want to attract or the type of person you want to be. People have used sex magic to become more confident, to let go of anxieties and insecurities. They've used sex magic to put themselves in positions of power, to generate money. I have a video called the Top 8 Famous Semen Retention Practitioners. All of them you know and have heard about have all used some form of sexual practice to accomplish their great feats or their great success. What you got to understand is that when you become sexually aroused, your mind releases these neurotransmitters, or neurohormones, I should say, and your brain literally becomes more malleable. So many people know the term neuroplasticity, which means that your brain is not a fixed thing. It's always shifting, and it's creating new neural pathways. Well, one of the things that create the strongest and quickest forms of neural pathways, how do you form a new mind essentially? Sexual arousal. Sexual arousal puts your entire body into a different state of being. And in that state of being, your mind, or your subconscious mind, I should say, opens up and you're able to consciously put in the things that you want into your subconscious mind in a very quick and easy way. Why is the subconscious mind so important? Because that is where your results live. So on the conscious side, you may be thinking one thing, but the unconscious mind is like the backseat driver. It's planning and thinking things that you are not conscious of. So whatever your dominant thoughts are become your unconscious mind or subconscious mind. So if you're constantly thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not talented enough, if you're constantly been bombarded with those type of belief systems, That is generally what's playing on in the unconscious mind. Now, on the opposite of that, if you're thinking, I am smart enough, I'm beautiful enough, I'm great, I can attract the things I want in my life, I attract wealth, I attract women, whatever it is that you're looking for, and those become your dominating thoughts, then your unconscious mind is what gives your vibration and ultimately speaks to the infinite intelligence of the universe, which then puts those opportunities in your path. Every tradition, while they have many disagreements, all agree on this one singular point. You attract and become whatever you dominantly think about. All of them agree to that. So therefore, if you learn how to put yourself in an aroused state and then consciously think about the things that you want to become, the things you want to do, and the things that you want to have, this universe will eventually grant it to you. So how do you do it? Well, as a man, it's all about semen retention. And the reason it's about semen retention is because that is how you are going to live in an aroused state. The longer that you hold your semen, the more essentially sex drive you're going to have. And the more sex drive you're going to have, the more powerful your thoughts, your words, and your actions become. And in this way, you begin to shape your subconscious mind on your desires. And your desires, your dominant desires, will be attracted to you through the infinite intelligence of the universe. This is what King Solomon knew. This is what, Genghis Khan knew. This is what Napoleon Hill knew. This is what the Carnegies knew. This is what the Rockefellers knew. This is what all of the most powerful people in the world and in history knew. And the reality is many men get introduced to this concept, but they never develop the strength and the willpower to actually see it through. Because the reality is you have to be able to hold your semen for long periods of time to really get the benefits. That's why I encourage you to go take the free ejaculation control guide, register for the webinar, because I'm going to show you exactly how you can hold your semen for long periods of time. In the ancient Taoist tradition in ancient China, I learned that the Yellow Emperor, it was encouraged for them to sleep with 11 women a night and never ejaculate. And in that way, they would build up so much sexual power and energy, their hormones would be balanced, that these men became emperors of entire kingdoms. So where is it that you want to go in your life? What vision is it that you have for yourself? Do you want to become a dominant businessman, an athlete? Do you want to be amazing in the bedroom? Do you want to have a great family life? What is it that you want? Well, whatever it is that you want, you can use sex magic to get it. And it all begins with being able to control your ejaculation. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.